So a question that comes to me all the time is just how do you set yourself up for success when you are working from home, being a mom at home with kids running around? And it's really threefold. Not only do you need an effective space to be working in, and if you have an office, that's great. If you have to set up in a guest room, that's great. Just find a space that you can call yours and a place that you can have your stuff that you need, whatever that may be, whatever your career is. Emotional space is getting yourself prepared, figuring out what keeps you calm, figuring out what leads you to stay in a mental state so that you're on your A game, but you're also engaging in all of these different things. All of a sudden you have family in your world, you have kids in your world, you have education in your world, you have work in your space, you have your spouse, like everything all of a sudden is together in one building. How are you going to stay emotionally engaged, emotionally charged? Because the easiest thing to do, honestly, is just to shut it all out, find a distraction, and block it out, close off. And the third category is just your physical space. So how are you going to keep yourself physically healthy and in, a peak state as you're going through this? It's important that you look at all of these different categories as you're embracing this new lifestyle that you have, because if one thing is off, then everything's off. So in the Wheel of Life, you have these different categories, and you have this physical, you have emotional, you have spiritual, you have relationships, where when you start to look at this and think about this even in your space in your home, if you have one thing off, the wheel isn't going to turn properly. So if you're not taking care of yourself physically, is your home life going to function properly? Probably not. If you're not tending to the relationships that matter to you, is your wheel going to turn? No. So look at all of these different categories and these things that truly matter to you as you're trying to prepare your space, and look at those and realize, like, is everything balanced? Is it equal? Is it working at its optimal peak state? That's up to you to decide. The thing is that we can prepare and we can set up a desk and we can do all of the right things as we're learning this new life that we have. But ultimately what matters is probably what's going on in our head. How are we functioning in this space, and what is it going to look like for you?